housing, the IRT, and the STS have been working around the clock to proactively take off some of these very dangerous elements. Today, we have a total of 71 suspects, all males, 9 AK-47 rifles, 3 other assorted weapons, 2 vehicles, 1 motorcycle, over 18 handsets or mobile phones of assorted mix recovered from these suspects. Over 4,000 packs of tramadol tablets and so many other incriminating items that were recovered during this mop-up operation. But I think in particular, the residents of Abuja will have a lot of good news for you. A one-chance syndicate that specializes in targeting women is among the syndicates taken out during this period, meaning that Abuja women, Abuja ladies, Abuja residents, you will have a one-chance free Christmas celebration. Another 2-man gang that has been carrying out a lot of house-breaking and burglary activities within FCT Metropolis, particularly in Gwarimpa, Aziz, was also taken out, and 18 television sets of different makes and sizes recovered from them. Another 2-man gang that specializes in robbing people at ATM points is also among the criminal gangs taken out in this pre-Christmas mop-up operation. We believe with the clearance of these gangs, Abuja residents will have a crime-free period during this season. The interesting thing is these suspects are here and they will be speaking to you. From the account of the gang that specializes in taking out, in robbing people at ATM points, I think Nigerians have got some lessons to learn. As you will hear directly from this gang, what they do is they come to the ATM point, they loiter around, and when you are trying to withdraw money, they approach you offering to assist. 2 things could happen. It is either they try to help you, and in the process, they exchange your ATM card with theirs that is clearly inactive. And then you leave the ATM point without cash, but with a defective card that does not belong to you in the first instance. Or they help you to make the withdrawal, and after you've withdrawn cash, they will surreptitiously exchange your card with a defective card, in which case you will leave the ATM point with cash, but with an ATM card that is inactive and that is not yours. A total of 184 ATM cards from different banks, and of course bearing different names, were recovered from them. This gang does not only operate in Abuja, they spread their tentacles and their operations across other states such as Enugu, Bauchi, Jos, to mention just but a few. For the gang that specializes in one chance targeting women, they operate in a Mazda saloon car. It is a three-man gang, and what they simply do, as you will hear again from them, is that they go around, three of them in the car, pretending to be looking for passengers. Again, they will tell you in their own words that they only target women. And they told us clearly, they told detectives clearly in the course of investigation, that not only do they target women alone, but they also look for women that look not too strong. So they don't go for the Orobos. They go for the lepers. In their own words, they believe it is easier to subdue them. They see them as weak. They see them as vulnerable. And when detectives probe them further, they explain that because they don't bear lethal weapons, they want to go for the most vulnerable section of the population. But the good news to Abuja ladies, the good news to Abuja residents is that this gang has been taken out and they will not return to the road again. The other good news for the Abuja residents is the house-breaking and burglary syndicate that was taken off. It's a two-man gang, and they simply move from house to house, breaking into homes, breaking into offices, and stealing all kinds of electronics gadgets. We have 18 different types of television sets, different sizes and different makes. We're also using this opportunity to call on residents within the FCT whose houses or office might have been burgled in recent time to come to this office here at the IRT and STS base and come and look at some of these television sets and other electronic gadgets that were recovered and see if you can identify them as yours. If they are yours, if any of them is yours, the operatives here will gladly return them, release them to you, and also get some debriefing from you on how the incident happened. Feel free, absolutely free. We believe just like arms fuel, just like weapons fuel some of these violent crimes, illicit drugs also help in giving the criminals Dutch courage and giving them the leverage to commit all kinds of violent criminal activities against our citizens. In that vein, operatives from the STS, backed up by the Technical Intelligence Unit, followed up a lead and for weeks worked tirelessly until a gang that specializes in moving tramadol and other kinds of banned substances to the northwest and the northeastern part of this country, and specifically supplying these items to bandits, to armed robbers, to kidnappers, and then of course to terror elements. That gang has been arrested. 2 of them are here. they will equally be speaking to you. And perhaps finally, another case of interest, and that should be of interest to Nigerians, and which for us is very disturbing, is a case involving the arrest of a suspect who procured anti-tracking equipment. These are equipment that have the capacity to silence the transmission capacity of your phones. This is an equipment that we call locally a jamming equipment. And so with this equipment, and keep the tracking systems in those stolen vehicles inactive. Surprisingly, this equipment was procured from an online shop. The suspect procured 4 of them. 3 have been recovered. Efforts are in top gear to recover the last item. Incidentally, what the suspect does is to rent this out to robbery syndicates who steal very exotic and expensive cars, turn on the jamming equipment or the anti-tracking equipment, and make sure that whatever tracking device that is in the vehicle remains inactive until they get to their final destination. By so doing, they are able to beat the searchlights of the tracking companies and equally make detection difficult. But like they say, there is no perfect crime. And no matter how good you think you are as a criminal, we will always catch up with you. Operatives of IRT intercepted this suspect, and we've recovered the bulk of these items. The lesson from this particular incident is that operators of online shops, big and mega online businesses in Nigeria like Jumia and Koga and the rest of them, must work with the security community, the law enforcement community, and the regulatory communities to ensure that persons don't hide under this platform to make procurement or make purchases that will be inimical to the overall safety and security of this country. Owners of businesses, whether online or offline, must ensure that national security interests, national safety interests, public morality, public health, and the overall interests of this nation takes precedence over the quest for profit. This investigation is still ongoing, but we will be spreading out this investigation to ensure that we put a permanent check to this kind of organized crime.